MITHRILHAWKS are a secret organization of adventurers and agents whose principal aim is to prevent an alien invasion by the race of beings known as the Cthulhs, a humanoid cephalopod race of psionic squid-like conquerors who enslave worlds. The MITHRILHAWKS were formed by Xavier Waverider to prevent this ongoing threat and help keep the civilizations of Earthall in balance through the 5 ages. Our intrepid adventurers are Sundew Thunderglade, a third-aged Fey-Elf druid sent forward in time to the 4th age of Earthall to determine the best place for his tribe to store the Two-Eye Stone, a relic of unimaginable power, used to destroy one of the moons in the apocalyptic battle between dragons and giants at the end of the 2nd Age. He is horned, green-skinned with bioluminescent markings, and can transform into a giant teleporting tiger-like being of immense strength and agility. Played by Kurt. Lachlan Windshear, a half-elf rogue artificer wizard mercenary from the 4th Age of Earthall, who was orphaned and taken in and trained by the MITHRILHAWKS. He relishes in unique magic items, creating them and running a small mercenary band that supports the MITHRILHAWKS intelligence network. He serves as the guide to this unlikely and very secretive trio, played by Redfoot. And John Loyal Chambers, a Special Forces operative from the very human 5th Age of Earthall, who operates in a special access program called the Jumpgate Project, run by General Hawk. He was sent back in time to the 4th Age to determine the whereabouts of the Two-Eye Stone and report back so the Jumpgate Project could locate it and use it to defeat the invading cephalopods of the Cthulhu race. He has a religious experience during this time travel jump and becomes a paladin for Columbia Mithrael, the female elven deity of justice and healing, played by Tennant. Each of our adventurers are guided by their age's version of Xavier Waverider, and each have their own mission. Will they work together to accomplish their specific missions, or will they face something even more daunting and challenging, discovering untold secrets that they had never suspected and challenging them to their very cores? Find out in the MITHRILHAWKS Search for the Two-Eye Stone. In this episode, the ancient frenemy of Sundew Thunderglade, Zavifa, is found alive and well, but all is not as she seems. She's working with the Oni, and a fight to the death ensues. True believers and adventurers, we are here with the MITHRILHAWKS following their adventures on the search for the Two-Eye Stone. In the last episode, they had found the Oni Cave where the Queen was being held prisoner by some skeletons and some Oni in a cave that looks like it was repurposed from the ancient original human settlers on Earthall and turned into an Oni and Third Age Fey Elf cave. And we found that the Oni were guarding something, and when our intrepid adventurers made it to the last room, they found who else but Zavifa, who was Sundew's contemporary in the Third Age, whose job it was to actually give the Two-Eye Stone to the Shinto, and ended up having some things to do with you guys. Isn't that right? Do you remember what happened in the last episode and the previous one?
Well, I remember in the very last episode, we found the Shinto's wife, the queen, essentially, who we thought had been captured by the Oni,
right? In
this elaborate plan. But then also here in this same tomb where they're hiding out, here's Zavifa, so it kind of looks like, are they conspiring? What is she doing there?
Right. And
it also makes me think back to where there was a statue of Zavifa, right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
A little bit further back at the sort of this like some watery ruins.
Well, at the watery
at the watery ruins where Dazoo was, there used to be a statue there. It wasn't Zavifa, and that's where you found the second heads-up display shield unit, and then also a scroll from Zavifa that was in Mithril, that was basically an atom thick that was telling you, like, I'm still involved, and just because you got the job doesn't mean that I'm out of the picture, right? But when you guys went to when you went to Guangzhou, there was a statue of Zavifa there, and it was as if they were still honoring your people and her specifically, who had given them the Two-Eye Stone. Whereas you got the job to go forward in time to see if it worked out. She was the one who actually delivered it. And then you found out that the Shinto's queen had been a doppelganger. 2 Onis, 3 Onis took over her and her 2 maidens, and evidently had been there for months. And as soon as you showed up, Sundu, they attacked. And so they must have been waiting many thousands of years for that moment, and took it when they first got it. So if you look on the screen, we have a picture here of Lachlan, Loyal, and Sundu. Lachlan is a wizard thief mercenary that works with the MITHRILHAWKS, and he is from the 4th Age. Loyal is a human from the 5th Age who, in his journey back into the 4th Age, became a paladin and had a religious experience. And Sundu Thunderglade is a 3rd Age Fey Wood Elf of the Thunderglade clan, whose job it was to watch the Two-Eye Stone until the 5th Age, to make sure that it got to the humans of the 5th Age, so that the Cthulhu threat could be stopped throughout the course of all of the ages. And because his tribe was very much into time and time travel and timelines, they were curators of timelines. Before they sent it forward, they had to choose who it was going to go to, and so his job was to go forward and to see that the choice that they had made, if it was a good one, and would actually get the stone to the right people in the 5th Age. And so last episode, you guys found the queen in the Oni cave, and made your way through it, and really had it handed to you, had your asses handed to you. Although you did win, you guys made it to this room here, and you were attacked by 4 Oni, and you found the hieroglyphics secret door, went through them, and found yourself in a room. If you recall, there was a lot of treasure, well, what you guys would consider treasure, but it was actually their tools and equipment on these 2 tables, on this side and on this side, right? And so you come into this room, and the only person who's come to you, you have a guard with you from Shintoji's squad, and Guensho, the monk, who's right here. See that?
Okay.
All right, cool. So, basically what has happened is you guys walk in there. I guess you guys are all 3, like, straight up, side by side. Is that correct?
Sounds good.
Okay, awesome. So as soon as you walk in, you see Zavifa standing up here, and just calm as all get out. And there are these are big pillars right here. There's hieroglyphics all over the wall, and like I said before, you see on these tables all the way to the left and the right, you see a lot of really interesting gear. You see potions and things being made. Oh, and by the way, in that Oni cave, you also found on all 4 of the Oni that same potion that main Oni at the castle was drinking to keep from being infected by parasites.
Oh,
Alright, I collected those.
Yep. Just so you know that they have those, as well as the gear that you found. Can we go over what the gear that you guys found was? I think Lachlan, you found it wasn't
Portable hole.
the portable hole. That's right. We found that helmet, that cool Sky Mithril Hawk helmet, which weighs nothing and has telepathy and mind shielding. What else did we find? I have to scroll back a little bit, just so any of the viewers recognize that there's actually new stuff in the game. And you guys have gone up a level since the Oni Cave into
I
here.
found a bunch of gems and things.
Correct. Yeah, you found gems. You found a potion of vitality. sixth level of the spell book, right? The portable
Right.
hole, 10 100 gold piece diamonds, the amulet of proof against detection, which I think went to Sundu,
Sundu.
as well as the potion of vitality. Who got the potion of vitality?
I probably took that too, being kind of a thief.
Okay. Right. So you guys walk in and you see a lot more gear on those two tables. And she's sort of up in this like nook that in the stonework, it's kind of like inlaid in a door. You know, like in Peru, those ancient walls that are just carved into the side of a mountain, and it's like looks like a door, but it just doesn't go anywhere. It's like, you know, this deep, right?
Yeah.
You see that kind of inlay in the stone there, and around it is all these hieroglyphs. Okay, and when you walk in, Sundu, she sees you, and her eyes kind of flare, and she's like, "Sundu Thunderglade," and then Loyal. As soon as she says that, you have this excruciating like headache. Like it's almost as if you've got the helmet on, right?
Yeah, the vision shield.
Yeah, with the vision shield, and what happens is you kind of have like an epileptic seizure. Lachlan, you see him start seizing, you know, and he's like shaking, and then falls to his knees, and basically Quen Shou is like behind you, looking around, but Lachlan, he's right next to you, and here's what happens for you, Loyal. You see, first of all, you see battle, like fighting with her, right? And lightning and fire and just like laser beams, kind of, you know, magic missile type stuff. You see two more Oni like wrapping around and fighting in the battle, and then you also see Lachlan die. No, sorry, you see Sundu die, and you see. Remember in Guardians of the Galaxy and the whole Avengers series where Tony Stark sees the landscape on the moon after fighting Thanos? Like that's his first vision from Scarlet Witch. Do you guys remember that? That's kind of what's happening here. You're having this like really intense vision, and you're seeing Sundu die. You're seeing yourself actually die. But then it scrambles, and then you're seeing space. Like you're on a pirate ship, you know, like a sailing ship, but you're in space, and you see like fireballs and laser beams kind of shooting back and forth. You see an inn that has like this tall blue and white spire. You see a small silver ship that looks like a modern day boat from like today's age, right? Like a seafaring boat, but like a small fisher boat, right? And you're seeing 4 humans that are on the boat with you, and you guys are flying through the air. You see a man with blue skin, doing battle, and you see an angel firing lightning bolts, and then you see Zavifa standing over you guys. And let's pause it there. There's a whole bunch more, but I want to give Sundu an opportunity, or Lachlan an opportunity to interface with you, or interface with Zavifa.
Well, yeah, I'm definitely gonna. I'm gonna visor down, scanning Loyal, seeing if I can figure out anything that's going on, see if I can help him in any way.
So Loyal's the one who is having like a seizure here now.
Correct.
Oh, okay.
You're standing there talking to Zavifa and having like you guys are like about to have a conversation, right? So Lachlan, what you see is, with your visor down, you see like up on the side, it comes up a little like icon of the Two-Eye Stone, and you see as if Loyal's body. Oh, and yeah, there's another piece to the vision, Loyal, but you see Loyal's body almost infused with the Two-Eye Stone, right? Like the Two-Eye Stone is almost, there's billions of subatomic Two-Eye Stones within his cells. And as you're looking at him, you also see in Sundu that there is a significant amount of him that is also in quote unquote infected with the Two-Eye Stone.
Okay.
Does that make sense? It's like nano particle Two-Eye Stones within Loyal and within Sundu.
But Lachlan doesn't have any?
It depends. Are you then looking at yourself, Lachlan?
Well, right now I'm wondering if I'm feeling any sort of I don't know. I'm trying to think of the right word. Do I feel some sort of, like, besides the fact that I see him seizuring, do I feel that this thing is doing him harm?
Roll an insight check.
Okay. Let me see what insight is. Hold on. Insight +5. Okay.
As far as you can tell, there is a higher degree of electrical charge that is the two-eye stone flying through him. Like his body is being, it's almost like a lightning storm of information going off in his body. But he's not taking. He's not taking.
Like an intelligence check to decide, like, is Loyal's brain able to handle the amount of information it's being given?
As far as you can
or
tell,
do I want to try to stop it?
He's not taking any damage.
He's not taking any damage.
I'll put it that way.
I mean, is he going to come out of this like a blubbering mess who's like had way too much LSD, or is he going to like still be able to function?
We shall see. We shall see what we shall see.
Yeah. Well, I'm just wondering, like, I have an idea on how I might be able to stop it. I'm just wondering if I want to stop it.
So, did you look at your own body? Because you see Sundu infused with these nanobots.
Yeah, I'd probably look down.
So you as well. They're within you as well. Not as high in amount as they are in Loyal, because he was actually directly in the field, right? He was touching the stone. Remember when you guys had gotten knocked over, and he was the one who stopped it from being knocked over, and then he had like a whole experience with that. Yeah. So I will say the amount of we'll call them nanobots. The amount of nanobots in both you and Sundu has increased in the time since the only slightly, because it's only been a few hours, really like half a day since that event, right?
I think at this point, the action I'm going to do is that I'm going to like kind of kneel, like get into a position where I can guard Loyal, but also keep an eye on him, and also just think to myself like, God damn it! I wish there was a way I could talk to Sundu right now without these people in this room.
And you hear that, Sundu, in your head, but you're having a conversation with Zavifa, because we'll go to you now, okay? And she's like, Sundu Thunderblade, do you know how long I've waited to see you? Or no, she says, Sundu Thunderblade, do you know how long we have waited to see you?
Zavifa, how is it that you are still alive after all these years? Have you yourself utilized the time portal?
She says, no, we have been here since the end of the Third Age.
Zavifa, is there some dark sorcery involved? I do not see how that is possible.
She says, you were given the choice and opportunity to gauge where the two-eye stone would be. That is something we are very, very interested in. And we will maintain our hold over this world, and we will be able to, and we will then have dominance, and time is no matter to us. And at that moment, okay, so Loyal, what else you see? When you're going through that, you see yourself and Sundu and Lachlan, like them holding your shoulders, you holding your sword and aiming it at her, and when you shoot, it's almost like there's this power that comes from the three of you touching, and it shoots through the sword and blasts her, but it blasts the wall behind her as well, and there was like something like a doorway in there, like that carved out doorway that was there is lit up, and it's almost as if it's transparent, and there's another room on the other side, but it's on a very strange looking place, like no color, it's gray, it looks like the sky is black, and then when you do that, the vision ends, and you and then you see, while you're doing that, holding the sword, you see also that scene changes, and it's not just you shooting at Zavifa here, but you are shooting from the bow of a ship with both of these guys holding on to you, and you are taking that sword and shooting it at a planet, and blow it, and you see the planet kind of like crackle and explode. You know, like when Thanos brought the whole planet down, the moon down. You're seeing the planet crack open and have like those lightning kind of fire, caverns all the way, cracks through it, right? And then the whole thing flashes white, and you're on your knees. Lachlan is like kind of guarding you with his back, I assume with your side, sort of, to where Zavifa is, right?
Yeah, so I can still be ready for action if I need to be.
Got it.
In either direction.
Yep. Good. And then so there we go. And then
Zavifa, what treachery is this? When the Council of Wood Elves to secure the fate of the Two-Eye Stone, it was the intention that we would continue with the timeline that held the best interest for the Wood Elves, so we could maintain support of all life here on Earthall. But clearly you have deviated from that path.
And she laughs, and she raises her right hand, and in her right hand, on the palm of her hand, is like this medallion with a gem in the center of it, and it has like rings that go up around her fingers, and kind of comes to like...
You broke up, man.
Okay.
What's on her hand?
Like a medallion with a gem on it, and it has a bracelet that attaches here, and then like goes over on rings, and it lights up. And let's do initiative.
So there's a medallion, a bracelet with rings, and it lights what?
The gem that's in the palm. The gem that's in the palm lights up as like it's about to fire.
Oh,
And then I said, let's do initiative.
All right. I also asked Loyal, "Are you okay? Can he hear me?"
Oh gosh, yeah, I believe so. That was some vivid imagery. What's going on? Who's
I
that?
think we're in trouble. And basically say like, "Be ready to fight." And I like stand up. And also, did you say Sundu heard my thoughts?
Yes, that I want to thank you for reminding me. Sundu, you did. You heard him say, "I wish I could talk to Sundu right now." And in your tribe, the only ones who can speak telepathically, for some background on the Third Age elves, are some of like the royalty, right? Like, it used to be common in the very, very early ages of the Third Age, but then over time, as things entropied, it only stayed in the royal families, right? The telepathy. But that's why you guys built those stones, because they allowed you to then, and it usually went to the elite caste, right? So it was like they could cover up the fact that they still didn't have their telepathy. But he just spoke to you because he's wearing that stone. But he doesn't know that he can yet. But he doesn't know that he can speak that way yet.
Cool.
Okay, so Zavifa got a 18. The Oni got a 5. Monk got a 16. And Guard got a 14. What did you all get?
We're on initiative.
Yes, please.
Yeah. I got a 15.
Sundu got a 23. Damn.
Yeah.
I'm going to take a pee break really quick. Be right back.
Okay, great. So the order is Sundu 1, then Zavifa 2, then Loyal 3, then the Monk 4, then Lachlan 5, the Guard 6, and the Oni 7. So this is going to be tough because she is a couple thousand years old and a wizard.
Yeah.
And just so you know, I'm statting her like a lich.
Oh shit.
Cool. I'm gonna run out, use the restroom real quick too before we get into this.
Okay, good. Then I'll figure out what she's gonna do. But it's not like there's no like phylactery and stuff like that. She's not undead. She is something else entirely, but it's statted like a lich.
Oh, okay.
Like in terms of combat abilities, spellcasting, actions, that kind of stuff. And the disrupt life thing is different.
She doesn't have like a life drain thing.
That is
Maybe she will.
what's that?
Maybe she will. That's classified.
Yeah. I don't see a life drain in the monsters compendium.
I could be wrong. Maybe I'm mixing liches up with something else.
It can do cantrips, it can do paralyzing touch, paralyzing gaze, and disrupt life, which has to make an 18 Constitution saving throw against magic, taking 21 necrotic damage. That's what she's using with her laser beam thing. Yeah, so she's not undead. She is supported. Okay, cool. So, so we've got an Oni that appears next to her, and she's raising her laser blaster, her Eldritch blaster at you. Okay, and the first top of the round is Sundu.
All right. Yeah, I'm gonna bust out this little spell here. Give me a second. Yeah, it's a classic. You know it, you love it. Flame Blade. Of course, reskinned as Lightning Blade.
Yeah.
I'm gonna cast it rather than a second level. I'm gonna cast it as a third level spell, which will give it an extra D6.
So let me get this straight. You put on your glove, and the sword pops out, and you run to attack her.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, I reach my gauntlet into the air and I say, Zabifa, I don't know what plans you're up to, but this is not what the council had agreed upon. You risk fracturing the entire time sphere with your meddling. This ends now. And he raises his gauntlet into the air, and a crackling blade of electrical energy bursts forth and runs up and takes a swipe at her. And maybe, hopefully, it's like a 14, right? Is that what he rolled?
Simply because this is the opening sequence and I want this to be good, I'm gonna go ahead and say you actually hit her with that, even though you need
right.
3 higher to do so. And
Cool.
I don't have her hit points up, but I will do that right quick. And so you hit her and disrupt her blast, basically. And even though it's a weapon, I'm going to treat it as a spell because it has that same kind of concentration that's required to do it. So you disrupt her attack right there, and you do 14 points of damage. Or no, 12,
Nice.
12 points of damage.
Well, actually, for some reason, when you cast these at a higher level, it's still only rolling 3d6. It should be rolling 4d6. So I'm going to roll that manually here.
Okay, why don't you do that?
13.
13. Yeah, so Sundu, you run up to her and disrupt her, and you surprise the Oni even. Second is Zavifa. She moves. She takes. Okay, so what she does, since that is disrupted, she is going to. Okay, you need to take a saving throw against her spell. So that will be I guess a Constitution saving throw.
Me?
Yeah. Sundu. I'm sorry, I
Probably
can't.
not good.
What is
So
it?
14.
A 14?
Yeah.
Okay, let me make sure it's a Constitution saving throw. Yep. Yeah, and you have to save against her spellcasting, and you do not succeed. So, with her other hand, So she's got that laser going, and you block it out. But with her other hand, she hits your chest and pushes you back and completely stuns you. And you go flying back, actually, back down the steps, kind of falling on your back next to Loyal. All right. Then, so yeah, you're stunned. I would say because of the attack, because of the actual strike in with it and the falling back, we'll do this and see how much damage you take. 1 point of damage for falling backwards, but you are stunned, and you're going to have to make a Constitution check next round to become unstunned.
Okay.
All right, Loyal, it's your turn. You have just come out of this vision, and like I said, Lachlan's next to you. You had, it was almost as if for you that the stone was speaking to you, and if you were to kind of decipher, it was sort of like the patterns that you saw in the stone when you first touched it and held it up and kept it from falling. You could look in and you could see probabilities of life. So the way that the crystals were structured, it's like you can see all the probabilities and timelines of this earth in there. And this was one of them. And you could see like it was like a lightning bolt going from 2 eye stone cell to 2 eye stone cell inside your body and mind. And it's like you were seeing images each time you hit a different one, like a lightning bolt going through. All right. So what would you like to do?
All right. In that case, I'm just gonna kind of step forward and smack the chick who just smacked my buddy here.
Okay.
I'm gonna start this off with this divine favor. There's a bonus action that requires concentration. So.
Okay. And what does that do? Divine favor.
So just when I hit with a melee weapon, I roll an extra 1d4 damage.
Nice. So you're gonna hit her with your halberd.
Alright.
Oh, and when your helmet's down, Loyal, as you're running up close to her, you see it kind of like zooms in and looks at like from this section from her, and you can see her skull and her horns coming out and all of this, and her neck and her brain stem, and you can see at the back of her brain this like slug-like thing that's about this long, and its tentacles are wrapped in it, and it's wrapped into her brain and along the base of her spine and neck. And it shows up, and you see Cthulhu spawn in your little headset, in your little heads-up display.
Okay. So, all right. So I hit with my halberd,
Yes,
and then
definitely.
just let me roll everything real quick because this is going to be quite a bit. So let me just kind of think it through.
Okay.
And then, okay. So, well, I guess yeah. There it is. So divine smite. So that's another 2d8. She's not undead, right?
No.
Okay, so that gets added to the damage. And then I am going to action surge as well, and I'm going to attack a second time. Oh, I've got to roll the 1d4 as well.
So let me get this straight. You got a 12 plus a critical, and then another 12 on top, and another 2.
Yeah. And
See, now the paladin starts really like kicking ass, huh?
That's a 24. Does that hit?
24 definitely hits.
Okay, in that case, that's another divine smite, or that's another smite. So it's another spell slide. So that's backslash roll 2d8. And then backslash roll 1d4 for the radiant. Yeah, so that's 24. Plus 12 is 36, plus 2 is 38, plus 14 is 52, plus 2 is 54.
Are you kidding me? Is it Sundu? Is that legit?
I don't know. Maybe.
Okay, so explain that to me, Loyal. You've got the first hit did 12 plus critical, and then 12. You added on 12, and that was for what? An action surge, another attack?
Right, and so well, the 12 when we do criticals, are we doing the +5 or are we doubling?
Double, so 24,
Okay.
25, 26.
Yeah, so that's 24. The 2d8 is the smite, which is +12, plus the 2 for the divine weapon.
Damn.
And then the action surge is the second 24. And then the 2d8 for smite again, and then the divine weapon for another 2.
So you smote on both attacks? Is that
Yes.
okay? But so you spent 2 spell slots,
Right.
right?
Right.
Right, okay. Yeah, because that... All right, so...
I hope you say something like, "Girl, you just got smoked."
So what's the... how much was it total again? 56?
54.
54. Damn,
Damn.
dude. That was a big hit. Like a big, like you went into her chest and you can see that she's really not enjoying that. She's not bloodied, but she's definitely wounded, for fuck's sake. Then Quensho the monk runs up alongside here and through here and does a flying dragon kick into her.
Nice.
He tries to do a flying dragon kick into her, but because
Misses. Kicks the wall.
but because of the attack, he flies by and lands here behind the Oni. Then next is Lachlan.
So, when you have a scroll, does that mean you can cast it even if you're not at that level?
There is a chance of it not working depending upon how many levels higher than it is than you are.
Okay. Alright, so I've got a 5th level spell scroll. What's my chance of failure with that? So, the one thing I do do in this turn is that when I see Loyal hit her like that, I'm like, oh, okay, so we are playing to kill. Because I wasn't really sure what Sun was feeling with this one.
Yeah, the way it works, your spellcasting ability, the DC, the difficulty of it is 10 plus the level of the spell, so it'd be 16.
What would I roll?
You would roll a 20-sider on your spellcasting ability.
So I need to beat a 16, but I roll a 1d20 plus 6.
Sounds like it.
Yeesh, okay. Yeah, that's the move I'm going to go with.
All right, do it.
Let's see how it goes. I'm going to try to cast Hold Person on the Oni.
Did you
Or
say
Hold Monster, I mean, on the Oni.
hold monster on the Oni? Okay.
Yeah. Oh, and it failed by 2.
All right, so what happens is you hold up the spell and you go like this, and you read it, and you do the hand thing, and the spell, the scroll just disappears, and nothing. It just kind of goes and fizzes out.
Never mind!
And the scroll disappears. Next is the guard. The guard is feeling frisky, and he runs up and jumps in front of Sundu to attack the Oni, because that's what he recognizes as the main threat right now.
Main threat?
Yeah, because he's just watched, a lot of his buddies die from them, and he's feeling pretty pissed.
Oh, we're so close to that 20.
It was so close to that 20, and he totally misses.
Maybe now.
Yeah, and so now the Oni's turn, and the Oni goes, and he does a Ray of Frost, and that would be at the guard and at Sundu. Okay, so Sundu, can you roll a...
Ooh, those things suck. That Ray of Frost is what wrecked me last time.
Yeah, can you roll a saving throw dexterity, please?
Got a 20.
You did. Nice. So you definitely saved. Guard does not save. Guard freezes into a popsicle, and because he's in front of you, you're spared the majority of the frost, right? You kind of you're on the ground still behind him, and he was right in the way. Yeah, so he blocks you.
Thanks, buddy.
The only problem is I think it's 66.
Oh man, he might not make
Ugh, Ray of Frost sucks.
It was not Ray of Frost, it was Cone of Cold. Sorry, my man.
Oh yeah, that's way worse. Yeah.
13 points of damage. That's not too bad.
Wow, that's nothing.
Do I take half then?
No, that's what you take. You would have taken 8d8.
Oh, I gotcha.
So you take 13 points of damage from 59, so that's 46. Alright, that's the Oni. After the Oni, back is to Lachlan. I mean to Sundu. Right? Yeah.
Okay. What I'm gonna do here? Oh well, right. I'm stunned, right?
Yeah, so you gotta do a constitution check.
Well, and I got to do a. Really, I should have done a Constitution check last turn. See if I lose concentration on the spell. Right. So it's DC 10. Because I only took 1 point of damage.
Correct.
So-
What was the spell, the sword? Oh, that you don't need to cast it. It just happens. That's the magic item. It's not like you need to cast it.
Oh, I thought it was Flame Blade.
Yeah, no, that's what it is, but it's a magic item. Like that glove.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. So I didn't spend a spell slot on that.
Correct. I'm sorry, I thought that was clear.
Okay.
Yeah.
So maybe it should have just been 3d6 instead of 2 or instead of 4. Okay. Well, so regardless, I have to roll a con save. See if I get unstunned. Then is that the deal?
That is correct, my man.
And if I don't do that, does that mean I lose my turn?
Correct.
Okay. Here it goes.
Nice.
Yeah. So
That's the stuff right there.
yeah. So that freezing thing really made you come to your senses, and you're ready and rearing to go. Oh, and by the way, he froze. He's like completely iced. He hasn't broken, but he's completely iced.
All right. I'm gonna.
So should we give him a popsicle token?
Yeah, is there a token for that? That's fun.
I don't know. Let's see. We're just going to do that one.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna spring for a bonus action. I'm gonna cast Healing Word on my buddy the monk over there.
The monk is way over back here.
Yeah, but it's 60 feet, right?
Oh, okay, great.
Nice.
All right. So he's up 9 hit points.
All right, cool.
And so that's just a bonus action for my full-on turn. I'm going to, if I can, I'm going to run up and try to take another swing at Zavifa
Okay, go ahead.
because it's personal.
Yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Is it too much to have everybody's names on there, do you think? All right, let's see what we got. So you definitely hit.
Nice, that's great.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh, for a meager 6 points of damage.
A meager 6 points of damage, but you do hit.
Oh, damn.
And when you're doing that, she comes up back against the wall. You're like really pressing her, right? So she's back against the
Yeah.
wall like that. All right, and then it is her turn. And when you look into her eyes, you don't have your heads-up display on, right? So you did not see the Cthulhu symbiote in her, the Cthulhu spawn.
Oh, yeah, I guess I didn't.
So you're still under the impression that it's her, and you're like,
Yeah, I don't know what her deal is, but I know it's not the plan. She's turned to the dark side here.
correct. All right, roll a Constitution saving throw.
Yeah,
Okay.
she rips my spine out through my chest.
Oh man.
It shows you your own beating heart.
What are your hit points?
At 46 currently.
All right, you are at 1 hit point. What she does,
Oh,
yeah. What she does is, and I'm going to attribute it to the 2-eye stone that's within you. But she takes that glove hand and puts it right up against your head, right? And and basically like sends a necrotic force damage into your brain, and your eyes roll up, and you like crumple onto your knees right in front of her.
Oh man!
And I'm gonna say, because of the 2-eye stone nanobots that are within you, that you don't actually die, but you're out. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Do not fear. This is all good and very cinematic, because she's really tough. All right.
So I'm unconscious then?
Yeah, correct. Next in line is Loyal. You watch her just kind of like tap his head, and when she taps his head, you see like a radiant like force go through it, and he just like, he's got his sword out, and he just like literally like pancakes onto the ground. It's like she just tapped him like that, and he just crumples.
I guess last but not least here, 11 points. I guess I step up and then do cure wounds. So 11 points of healing.
Okay, and you also, I saw in your text, you shout out to the group that she's being controlled by something attached to her neck. Is that word for word? Okay. So,
yeah.
So you yell that as you see that happen. You yell that, and you go up and you grab as he pancakes. You grab him, and as you grab him, you like your hands glow, your body glows, the medallion around your neck glows. Your whole being kind of like radiates and encapsulates him and heals him for 11 points of damage. Sundu, you wake up, you come to consciousness seeing like a glowing Loyal and this evil Zavifa, just like more powerful than you could have ever remembered. She was like a punk almost, like you guys were like college student kind of ages, you know, when that happened. All right, Loyal, that was great. So then after Loyal is the monk. And the monk goes after, again, the Oni, and he jumps on his back and attacks and hits.
My move, eh, Mr. Monk?
Yeah, so he goes on to, and he's trying to grab the neck and break it, right? He manages to get up and do like this chop on the neck, and he tries to break the neck of the Oni, but he is unable to. But he does 15 points of damage.
Nice.
Okay, and then next after the monk is Lachlan.
Alright. First, quick cursory glance. Anything on this table right here that might be of use to me?
Not that you can tell right now that would be useful.
Right, off the top of my head. Okay.
You see maps, you see beakers of potion-making stuff, and you see maps and potion-making stuff.
I'm not hearing you well.
I'm sorry. You see maps and potion-making stuff. You see a couple gems and a statue, but nothing.
Stuff I can take later, but nothing right now.
Yeah, no swords, no nothing.
Okay. All right. When I saw the nanobots in our bodies, do I know? Is it in our bloodstream?
It is in each one of your cells. It is, yes, it is the bloodstream, but it is at the very, like, they are so tiny, they are like atomic size, subatomic size.
Oh man. All right. I don't know if this is a totally insane thing to do, but I'm going to try it. I'm pulling out my knife. I'm running towards Zavifa. I'm cutting my hand. I'm jumping on her and stuffing my blood into her mouth.
Okay, all right, cool. So I need you to make an athletics check or acrobatics check, right, and then an unarmed attack.
All right. I don't know if this is a good idea or not, but the idea is, can I infect her with these nanobots that might save her? Because I think the nanobots are good.
So yeah, that's awesome.
All right.
Did not think that was coming.
17 for acrobatics.
Yeah, you managed to get. You know what? Let's just use that for the attack roll, because you're not like having to jump up over anybody or do anything like flashy. you're just running around that pole and going up to like right next to it, right?
Yeah.
And like going like that, right?
And just literally jumping on her and stuffing my blood into her mouth.
I don't think I've ever seen that attack, but okay.
Well, you succeed, and your blood goes into her mouth. So let's keep it at that for right now.
And she's probably like, what the fuck?
Like, what the? Like, what is this? But it was surprising. No, that's cool. It's cool. I'll put it in. You'll see. It'll have an effect. All right, cool. All right, so that's
No, you gotta try things sometimes.
the blood in the mouth attack. I like it. All right, the guard is frozen. He's not coming back from that unless there's something super magical that happens. The Oni, he's got the monk on top of him, and what he's gonna do is he's going to try to throw him off of him and attack him at the same time. And he does. So he takes Quensho, rolls him right off his back, and throws him into the pole here, doing 13 points of damage. And like takes him and like literally just throws him up against the wall. Okay. Then next in line is Sundu. You just got healed 11 points, so you are at 12.
12 now,
You're
alright.
at 12. I got you.
Oh, thanks. Cool.
Did I manage to knock her down when I jumped on her?
No. You. The way I saw it, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, but she just stunned Sundu, like basically power word killed him almost. It was actually Finger of Death, and it should have been a lot more. She did Finger of Death, and through her device, and would have killed him except for the nanobots protected him. And then Loyal grabbed him, and then you just, what I saw is you ran up next to her and just like shoved your hand in her mouth. If you wanted to like attack her and
I was kind of thinking like a full-on jump on top of her, stuffing my hand into her mouth, hopefully knocking her down and then rolling off of her.
Okay, do me a favor. Do another roll then, an acrobatics check. We'll have made sure that the hand worked and that you got the blood in her mouth, but we'll determine right now if you actually landed on top of her, knocked her down.
24.
Then you definitely did. You are straddling her and she's on her back, prone, and
I rolled off her as soon as I got the blood.
Okay, you're not
Blood
on
in
top
her
of her,
mouth.
like pushing your hand in her mouth.
No, like I like rolled off because this woman's dangerous and she could kill me with a touch of her finger.
Okay, wise choice. Where do you roll?
And I know the blood might need time to assimilate.
Okay, so where are you rolling off to?
Just right where I am on the map there.
Okay.
Like I just kind of rolled right off to the side.
Okay,
Oh,
because
you moved me.
yes.
There you go.
So right over here,
No.
because you came from this way.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm right there. I knocked. That's her right
Correct.
there, right?
Yep. Okay. So you rolled
Yeah.
off.
So I rolled right to the side, right here.
Okay, great. So Sundu, it is your turn.
Alright, I think I'm gonna transform into that third age lion form.
Right.
The six-legged lion with his blazer beast-like abilities.
Correct.
So I'm gonna flip into that and really give her the business. Let me pull up the stats for that. That gives me a +7 to hit. There's a bite and a claw attack.
There's a bite and two claws.
Or bite and two claws. So I'm gonna roll 3d20. Bite, claw.
Correct. I'm gonna grab another whiskey.
The bite's a miss. Well, I bet those claws are hits.
They look like it. So my thought process was this: like, if she's got this thing controlling her, and the Oni are constantly taking this potion to avoid being like sickened, and we all have this thing that is in us, and it seems to be helping us, then if I get that blood into her, maybe it will sever her link to that thing. Is my thought process.
Yeah, or I wonder if I wonder if that potion would have an effect too. Like
Yeah.
if that would be, yeah. I don't know. It's interesting. I'm not clear on their relationship
I'm
yet.
not either, but I figured I'd take like a slightly educated guess there.
Yeah, it's worth a shot.
And it was definitely
Lock the fire
cinematically
does
cool.
too.
Yeah,
What, Hawk?
it was definitely cinematically cool. Like, like all
Well,
right.
yeah, the thought, like, I don't know if you heard, but my thought process was like, if I can get those nanobots in her, maybe it will sever her link to this thing that's controlling her.
Mm-hmm.
So what I'm doing, it looks like I got a 12 for the bite attack, but then I get a 21 for the claw, and then a 23 for the other claw.
Okay, good. The two claws hit.
All right, so we're looking at so 17 for the first claw, and 20 for the second.
So 37, huh?
Yep, 37.
All right, she's definitely bloodied at this point. But as soon as you do that, she does the same. Like, you jump on her and turn into the cat, and then she immediately does this, like, as you're clawing through her elven flesh, and she's turning into the tiger monster with you.
Oh shit.
What's your AC? I think two of them hit.
It's 18.
The bite and the... Oh, it's 18, huh? Oh, but there's a plus to hit, so she hits with 2. And the bite and the... a bite and a claw. Yeah, so what was the bite?
So the bite is 3d10 plus 5,
Okay,
and the claw is 3d6 plus 5.
so 20... So 40 points of damage.
40, that's exactly how many hit points the tiger form has. So once you max it out, you immediately fall back into, what's it called?
Yes.
Human form, or elf form in this case. So I'm back as an elf at 12 hit points.
Yes.
Where I start.
And you land on your... But that's... I mean, it was cool. It was like... you prevented 40 points of damage to your regular form. So you land on your all fours right there, back in the same position that you all are there on there. But now she is a big, large cat creature, and she teleports into this area here. Poof. All right. After Sundu, she attacks you and teleports into that area. Then next is Loyal. You don't know where she's at.
Then I'm just gonna swing at this dude. 23 for 13 points.
Nice. So he had 13 points, you said?
Mm-hmm.
So he had slammed Quencho the monk up against the post there, and he was trying to choke him to death with his immense strength, and then you hit him across the back and distract him enough that he does not end up killing Quencho, and you do 13 points of damage. Great job. Next is the guard, who's dead. After that is the Oni, and the Oni turns to you. And what does he do? He turns and he puts his hand on your forehead and tries to get you to sleep. But what ends up happening is he presses on your helmet to sleep, and you do not even need to make a saving throw. You do not fall asleep. Not only do you not fall asleep, but when he does that, there's a spark and an ignition, and he takes 6 points of damage.
Nice.
Force damage after touching the helmet.
No, you sleep.
Yeah. Exactly. All right. So next is Sundu.
All right. If I wanted to slug a heal potion here, is that a full action or?
I'm sorry, wait, I didn't get another turn yet.
Oh,
Did
Thunder
you-
starts the round, right?
Oh yeah. I'm so sorry. Yeah. Then it was the monk.
I thought so.
Good
Oh, we
catch.
lost Hawk.
No, sorry.
Okay.
You're right. I made a mistake.
Oh, okay.
So Quencho's pissed. The Oni turns his back to him. He gets 2 attacks, and he immediately slugs like 2 big kidney punches with a lot of force power into them.
Nice.
And he does 20 points of damage onto the Oni. So you guys are on either side, like he's taking turns, and that's good. You guys are keeping him distracted and occupied. After the monk, then is Lachlan. Lachlan, you see where she went as the big tiger thing.
Okay. No effects yet from my amazing blood attack.
Not yet.
All right. I'm going to cast Magic Missile as a 2nd level spell at her.
Okay.
Actually, never mind. I'm going to cast Chromatic Orb as a 2nd level spell.
Nice.
I am going to do lightning damage on her,
Mm-hmm.
and it does a total of 48.
4d8.
Yeah.
Okay. So you're throwing a chromatic orb at
There you
her.
go, 22. Yeah, a lightning chromatic orb at her.
So 4d8. Do you want to roll that for me?
Yeah, 48 of electrical damage.
She's in her tiger form, and they are electrical beings. So I'm thinking
17 points.
So
Oh, I thought they were fire beings.
no, the all these guys are all electrical.
Oh, I'm sorry. Then I would have done a flame orb instead.
Okay, that's fine. Much better. So her tiger form looks pretty wounded and a bit bloodied. All right, after Lachlan, it's the guard who's dead, and then the Oni. So then the Oni turns back to Quencho. He's getting hit on either side, and he's not super duper bright, and keeps going back and forth. And so what he's doing in this one, he's just going to be attacking with melee.
Whoa.
Oh shit. He really hits.
That was the Oni attacking?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Darn.
I like that monk, but it's been fun, I guess.
I'm a little worried about who the 20's going to.
Oh, it's the monk. He's all up on the monk.
Oh, okay.
So he does 5, so 10, 15 points of damage on Quencho.
That's not so bad.
Not super duper bad. What did I say? 10, 15. Quencho's not feeling it. I mean, he's not like happy about it. Okay, so then after the Oni is top of the round, Sundu.
I'm gonna take a little selfish turn,
Potion?
and I'm gonna use a 3rd level slot, cast Cure Wounds. So that would be 3d8 plus 5 for myself. All right, so plus 20 points.
Good. So you're 32.
Yeah, much better. Refreshing.
All right.
Actually, while I'm at it, I might as well throw another one of those 1st level spells. It looks like,
You can't
I
cast.
mean, Cornco is probably the worst shape out of everyone, right?
Well, you can't cast more than one spell around, can you?
What's it called? That healing word is a bonus action.
Oh,
Cast.
right. Cool. Good
Nice.
job.
So
So you,
I'm going to cast that one. He gets 1d4 plus 5.
No.
So we get 6 points of damage, or 6 points of healing, rather. Every
So now
little
you're up
bit
to what,
helps.
38?
Oh no, I'm throwing that at Quencho.
Oh, okay.
All right, good job. So next after Sundu is Zavifa, and Zavifa is coming for you, Sundu. She's got it out for you. You happen to be like the not great thing that she needs to destroy. So she's gonna take 3 attacks. Bite, claw, claw.
Oh, 20 and a 1.
All right. So the way we're gonna play that is like everybody gets an opportunity attack on her tiger form,
All right.
but she does hit with the. What's your hit points?
32.
32. Okay. So. What did I say? So 32. You know what's your AC? I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah, that's 32. My AC is 15.
15. Okay, so she hits twice. One is a critical. So the bite misses, but the 2 claws hit, and those were 3d6 plus 5.
Mm-hmm.
So 37 points of damage.
So I'm definitely out.
Yeah. So you get to make death saves now.
All right.
But she has an opportunity attack. So you can actually like if you do you have your flame blade out? Is that what you were doing?
Probably not, because I was unconscious for a minute and then I came back up, so it would be gone.
Okay. So what would you do? Because I'm going to give you an opportunity attack while she's biting and and clawing at you. You can you're up close. You're right there on her. You could do something.
I could cast Thunder Wave. It's kind of an area of effect, but maybe I can just hit her with it. Yeah, if I do a square that's yeah, totally. I could fit her in a square like here with Thunder Wave, and
Okay.
that'd be perfect. So let me cast that. If this is the last one I cast before I go out again, I might as well go big. Do it. Do it as a 3rd level. Use up my last 3rd level slot, and that should be worth 4d8. See if it comes up that way. No, 19 points of damage. And but she gets a con save.
She does not save. So, all right. So both of you, Sundu and I'm sorry, Loyal and Lachlan, you guys get an opportunity attack as well.
Okay.
And she'll get pushed 10 feet away too.
Correct.
But they'll get their attacks first.
Yes, that's my plan.
Cool.
And you don't need a resurrect spell when you get to 0 points. You need to be healed. Okay, just so you know.
Oh, okay. So I put down at what is it, -6 or something like that.
Yeah, we just make it 0. We don't. Yeah, there's no negative hit points.
All right.
But we do the 3-round Constitution save, death saves. Somebody has to heal you in those 3 rounds, though. 4. Okay.
All right.
All right. So, Loyal, why don't you take your bonus attack on her?
It's on there.
Oh, is that where is it? I don't see it.
Crit 20 for 20 points.
Oh yeah, sweet.
Another crit.
That's
You
amazing.
pay for an membership with Roll20, and they just let you throw 20s all night.
Yeah, right.
So she turns out of her tiger
Awesome.
form when you hit her back, and the thunder wave pushes her back, and the halberd also pushes her back. and she turns back to elven form. She smashes against the wall and table here. Oh, Lachlan, I'm sorry. You get an attack roll on her as well.
Yeah.
What are you gonna do?
Quick question: Would I have time to register what they both did before I made my move, and still have time to take it?
Yeah, it depends. What are you trying to do?
I want to throw my portable hole behind her so she falls into it when she gets knocked backwards.
Oh, no, that would all be happening so quick.
All right, yeah, no worries.
Yeah, no, just,
All right,
just logistically, like,
Sorry?
because she missed
Yeah.
with such a horrible bite attack, she left herself open. She's technically
All right.
still on him when, right, like, he hits Thunderwave,
Yeah.
he hits him with the thing, and so it's at the same exact moment.
Okay, cool. So then I'm going to do a chromatic orb again. I roll to hit still, though, right?
Correct.
Okay. $21.
Nice. And what are you doing, a fire one?
Actually, I'll throw a little ice her way this time.
Okay. And what's the damage?
3d8, so I do 17 points of damage.
All right, so what you guys managed to do is knock her out of her tiger form, right? But she's still got like hella hit points from her regular form. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Like, so you all hit her at once and knock her the fuck out of her tiger form, and she flies backwards and hits the wall over here. Right? And she's back in her elven form. I can't get her in the exact corner, otherwise it totally blocks her. So, that's great. Okay, so next after that was... Now it's Loyal's turn, like, technically Loyal's full turn.
Okay. I'm gonna step over here and attack.
Are you going to disengage with the Oni, or heal Sundu, or what are you trying to do?
Yeah, I'm just gonna attack because I'm out of spells. Yeah. It's another crit. Oh my gosh. Loving it. So that's 24 to FIFA.
Damn.
Oh wait.
Dude.
Really? 24 points on her?
Plus another 6, so that's 30 total.
Oh no, that's not a crit. That's a 19.
Which is a crit
Oh,
for me.
Yeah.
Wow, Lord. Loyal's kicking ass in this turn.
Yeah, it's straight up. Okay, so...
Or this battle.
Yeah, so she's not doing too hot. Okay, so that was Loyal. So do we have anybody who can heal Sundu? So the monk attacks the Oni and misses. And then after the monk, it is Lachlan's turn.
Alright, I'm going to take my last healing potion and feed it to Sundu.
Okay. Sundu, you are back from the dead, and you have 10 hit points. But you are unconscious still.
Alright.
Then we have the Oni. The Oni grabs Quen Shou and uses him as a missile and throws it at the back of Loyal. And totally misses. As that happens, Quen Shou like dodges over him, does like a barrel roll over him, and lands right in front of Zavifa with his back to Zavifa. Then we have next one is Sundu. You wake up, and there's an Oni right next to you, and 2 people between you and Zavifa. Damn, you've really taken a beating this one.
Yeah, I've taken a lot of damage, which is amazing.
Been like right at death a couple times now.
Yeah.
Most other roamsters, I really haven't taken much damage at all. So
No.
it's a little exceptional, running out of healing, but I think that's what I got to do is to use my spell slots to try to heal myself.
Yeah,
So I'm going to do another. Where is it? If I cast Cure Wounds at 2nd level, that'll be worth 2d8 plus 5. So let's see how that works out.
you can have 20 or you can roll.
I would take 20.
Okay, take the 20. So you're at 30 now. All right, Zavifa's turn. She teleports right in front of you, and that doorway behind you, it lights up, and like, you know, the dimension door spell, it kind of opens up, like the whole thing goes like that, and on the other.
Wait, I'm sorry, Hawk.
Yeah.
You skipped my turn again.
No, I did not. Did I?
Yeah,
no.
you did.
After
Because Sundu starts the round.
Sundu starts the round, and then it's Zavifa, and then it's you.
But I didn't go the last round. I was supposed to go after Loyal.
How did I miss that? I'm sorry. Forgive me.
It's alright.
All right, go ahead, Lachlan.
Alright, I magic missile Zavifa.
Okay, right on. And how much does your magic missile do at 3rd level?
It's still at 3d4 plus 3.
Okay.
11 points of damage.
Okay. Yep, she's not doing too hot at all. So she does. Wait, so then it's after you. Let me just make sure I'm doing everybody then. Guard, and then the Oni does that thing where he throws the monk. Mrs. Lachlan or Mrs. Loyal. And then it's Sundu. Sundu heals himself, and then Zavifa goes. She teleports right over here real quick. The back wall starts dimension dooring, and she says, "Protect our escape." And just at that moment, you hear, "Yee-hoo!" And you guys see you see basically what looks like a blue-faced, silver-haired ninja flying on a glowing disc that's shaped like a surfboard that flies in. And next to him, an armored elf that looks like this. And the armored elf has wings that are like a hawk.
Are we supposed to be seeing a picture right now?
Yes.
There it is.
Oh, there it is. Okay.
Yeah, so this is Tristan Waverider. He is a sea elf. A half sea elf, I should say. And he is in a full ninja suit. Like, he doesn't, you don't see his arms in his mithril shirt or anything. And his ninja suit is colored like the desert sands, like the rocks, right? And then you see this really well mithril helmed, fully armored elf flying with this little mini halberd here, and they're flying at you guys. And Redfoot, you know who Tristan is, but you never met Elriel, who is the the flying mithril elf. Okay, they fly in. The door opens, and that dimension door opens. And whose turn is it? Did I say?
I'm sorry?
Whose turn was it? That was Z.
It was
So
after
next,
Zavifa.
so next is Loyal. But those guys fly in and shoot lightning. What Tristan is on a bow. Is like on a flying surfboard that glowing, and he takes his arrows and shoots like a lightning bolt at Zavifa, and Elriel does the same with his halberd. He shoots like a laser lightning bolt at her, knocking her back into the dimension door. Loyal, you can take a turn also if you want.
Okay, so I assume that kills her.
I don't know. That's what's happening. That's like happening as your turn goes. The results have not yet come in.
Is Sundu, are you still low on health?
I'm about halfway down.
He's at 30, I think.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna lay on hands and heal you 10 more hit points.
Cool. Thank you.
I will say that there's still that Oni.
Yeah. Zavifa's gone now, though.
Yeah, so what happens is they blast her back through the door, and she disappears into the dimension door. But what it looks like on the other side of the dimension door is like it's like a hellscape almost, almost like a dead gray planet.
Don't follow.
With a
Okay.
with like a black sky basically, and you see a bunch of Cthulhu's back there, and when they come in they have their hands up like that, and when it hits her and knocks her back. But it make a perception check for me, Lachlan, because you'd have been the one closest to her to see it. You can tell that there is a, in the Dritz series when the Mind Flayers or the Psionics would put like a shield over Driss and they would keep attacking him and it would build up all this kinetic energy but not actually damage him. That's basically what happened. Knocked her back in. You can't tell whether she was dead or not, but as soon as she goes through, the Cthulhu's catch her and then the door closes and the Oni gets right in the way.
All right.
Okay.
It's my turn now?
Yes, it is.
All right. I'm gonna getting tired of my spells a little bit, so pull out my grappling hook, shoot her to the neck of the Oni.
Okay. Go ahead and give me an attack. That's okay. It's kind of late. It's 12. It's 11:30. Do you guys want to? You guys want to wrap up and leave on a cliffhanger?
Yeah,
that's cool.
Okay, so what I'm going to say is you guys actually combat this Oni. You can each take 20 points of damage off, and it's not going to matter because you guys are going to go get healed real quick afterwards. But Tristan flies around on his board, and just to paint the picture correctly, it's like Silver Surfer, but on a glowing see-through blue surfboard. That's and he's shooting arrows and they're lightning. And then Elriel has his wings and he's flying, and he has that halberd that shoots lightning. So you guys make quick work of the Oni, and then he says that once you guys are kind of like all like, what the fuck just happened, and debriefing, is there anything you guys want to say to each other first about the thing? Yeah.
Well, during that time, I'm walking up to the tables, putting my portable hole on the floor, and just stuffing everything into it.
Okay. All right. You're like, yeah, you guys chat, and you just go gather everything, and I'll tell you next session what you find in there, okay?
Yeah, totally.
I think we have to, get each other up to speed on, I'm hoping that, that maybe Lachlan would tell us about the, or no, it was Loyal, right? Who saw
the vision?
Yeah.
Totally.
But then he also...
We all need some definitely debriefing time.
Yeah, and then Loyal also has that helmet, and so he saw the symbiote, or the larva in the skull and spinal cavity of Zavifa. So I'm assuming that you guys all share that information. But here's the cliffhanger. Tristan's kind of like, "G'day, mates. You guys did a great job." He's like, we knew you'd be here because in another, we got word that you all had died, and when one of you survived and came and told us, we had to come and make sure that you guys survived, because it turns out that you have a big part to play in all of this, and he looks at Lachlan and he's like, "You've gone and made quite a name for yourself. So we brought the Wave Rider. The Shinto and the Queen are up on it right now, along with all the other men. We got to take them back, and we've got to go figure out what we're going to do with you guys." And so,
All right then.
you guys walk outside. Actually, you guys get to back into this other room here, the room below you. You guys frozen?
No.
Yeah.
So
Here.
the room below
No,
this.
we're good.
Okay, so good. The room below this room, as you remember, has like a hole cut in the ceiling, right?
Oh yeah.
And that's how they flew in. And what happens is like they take you into that room, and you see. Oh, don't go away! I'm trying to carry you out of here.
Oh, sorry. Here, I'll hold still.
Yeah, stay close. We're gonna go onto the Wave Rider.
Buddy, just so you know, putting blood in their mouth does nothing.
Actually, you don't know. You don't know. That was actually pretty cool.
I don't, but from what I witnessed so far, I'm like, well.
Yeah, it did. You didn't. It didn't do any damage.
Or if it does something.
Yeah.
I'm gonna drop like a healing spell on your hand where you cut yourself, try to help you out.
Yeah.
So you guys fly up. If you look at the bottom left of the map, you will see that there is a flying ship called the Wave Rider, and you guys are all on it. You guys are all on it now.
Awesome.
And he's like, "We've got a lot to talk about, but first we're going to take the Queen and the Shinto back to their kingdom, and then we have to go back west and take care of some business, and then get you guys back on track here. All right."
Awesome.
All right.
So just to quickly debrief, what happened is that on another timeline that Loyal had seen, everybody died except for somebody, and you guys will find out that in the next episode. And that person went back and somehow managed to get back to the MITHRILHAWKS and tell them. And so what they had to do is prepare to get to this time in this location and save you guys to make sure you guys succeeded.
Nice.
Got it? Any questions?
No, that's cool.
That's good. Good.
You guys actually did a whole lot better than I thought you were gonna. You actually would have killed her if she hadn't been taken out of there.
Yeah, if you didn't save her there, I was gonna like pull her away from that portal.
Yep. Yeah, she had like 9 hit points left.
Ooh.
So.
Well, I'm sure we'll see some more of her.
Yep.
in the
Yep.
future.
And then if you
Or
remember
the
the
past.
visions, the sword, the fighting in the space, and
And of course, we're now on the boat that you had a vision about.
That's right. So Loyal, once you guys fly up there, you're like, holy shit, this is the boat. And El Riel, when he looks at you and looks at your helmet, you can see that he's a little bit annoyed.
All right.
All right.
Oh, right, because he's a third age elf. Right.
Yeah, he's technically not. Oh, and Sundu, he is a 4th age Mithra elf, and during the 3rd age, the Mithra elves were like the highest elves, right? They were the highest. The like, if there was an ordning in 3rd age elves, like there is in giants, they're like the highest totem pole of elven kind, right? and he's definitely not a third age elf because he doesn't have horns or whatever. But other than that, and missing the bioluminescence, he looks exactly like a third age elf. Like if you were to see anybody that had actually withstood the tests of time and the degrading and entropy, he actually looks like he could pass for a third age elf.
Oh, huh.
Okay.
Nice.